"It's not my fault I fell for your best friend," she cried. "Then I canceled our wedding and disappeared from both their lives. Now he's dumped her, and her family is begging for my forgiveness." Throwaway account for obvious reasons. This all happened over the last year, more or less, and honestly, writing this here feels like closing a book on a chapter I never wanted to read. But if you came here for one of those nightmare betrayal stories that turns into a karma comeback, brace yourself. I'm 28. I'm a software engineer in a mid-sized tech-focused city, and I thought I had everything figured out with my fiancée, Emma. We met in college, dated for 4 years, and got engaged last spring. I was the guy who was always there. I always supported her, including through 2 consecutive layoffs in marketing. I paid for online courses so she could upskill. I even helped her family when her dad had that medical scare and the bills piled up. I sold my old car to cover some of it, no questions asked. Family first, I'd say, because that's how I was raised. Emma was vibrant. I guess that's the word. Extroverted. Always the center of attention, with a laugh that could light up a whole room. But looking back, there were signs I ignored because I loved her. Small comparisons that stung, like when we were with friends and she'd say things like, "Jake understands what adventure is in a way most people don't." Jake was my best friend since high school, that charismatic salesman type, always chasing the next thrill, but completely unreliable. He'd cancel plans last minute, borrow money, and forget to pay it back. Still, he was my brother, or so I thought. We always hung out together, me, Emma, Jake, and sometimes one of his flings of the month. I never saw it coming. It started subtly. During the wedding planning, Emma began to distance herself. We fought over silly things like the ceremony venue or the guest list, but she twisted everything and turned it into, "You're too practical," or "You don't have enough emotion." One night, I caught her scrolling through social media feeds, liking Jake's posts. Nothing explicit, but they were memes about exchanging comfort for passion, with "You realize your safe bet isn't the lucky prize" captions. I thought it was just stress, but then came the emotional abandonment. She started canceling our dates, saying she had to work late, but the stories didn't add up. The texts she sent were short, cold, always busy. "Talk later." Meanwhile, she was posting stories with Jake, coffees, improvised adventures on trails we had talked about doing together. It felt like a punch to the gut, but I told myself it was friendship. They were friends because of me, right? Flashback to last summer. Emma lost her job again, a company restructuring. I held down the fort, paid the rent, the groceries, even her cell phone bill so she wouldn't worry. "We'll get through this," I said, hugging her while she cried on the couch. "You're my safe harbor." She nodded, but a week later, she went out with Jake for a networking happy hour. When she returned, slightly drunk, she murmured something like, "Jake makes everything feel so alive." I asked if everything was okay, and she snapped back, "God, Alex, not everything is a problem. Can't I just have fun without you analyzing everything?" It hurt, but I let it go. 6 months later, I proposed, thinking it would solidify our relationship. Big mistake. The ring was on her finger, the deposits were paid, venue, photographer, everything. And she started drifting even further. Her calls with her family turned into venting sessions about how I was financially stable but emotionally unexciting. Her mother would laugh on speakerphone saying, honey, men like Alex are for marriage, but a little spice is good too." It was like I was the backup plan, the safe choice, while she looked elsewhere for excitement. The manipulation became more evident. She openly compared me. "Jake took his girlfriend skydiving. Why don't we ever do anything like that?" I reminded her I had a fear of heights due to a childhood accident, but she rolled her eyes. "Excuses! Life's too short to live in fear." Online, she posted photos with Jake at a bar with captions like, "When old friends remind you what it feels like to feel emotion." Mutual friends' comments said, "You two look great together." I saw it. I felt my stomach sink, but I didn't confront her. I trusted her, or I wanted to trust her. One night, I planned a surprise. I bought tickets to a show she had mentioned, something calmer, more meaningful. She barely reacted. "Oh, that's cute. But Jake said he's taking me to that festival next month. More my style. It was like I was invisible, pouring everything into the relationship while she emotionally checked out. The respect grew in silence, but it was there. Ignored messages, withheld affection, her treating me like an obligation. I was left confused, trying to figure out what I had done wrong. Nights alone in our apartment, staring at the ceiling, reviewing every moment. The time I turned down a promotion to stay in the city for her career. The weekends I spent helping her with networking. All for what? To feel like a stepping stone on her ladder? Little did I know, the worst was to come. The confession happened 2 months before the wedding, at a dinner that was supposed to be cozy. I had cooked her favorite pasta carbonara, with candles lit, trying to reconnect. She barely touched the food, avoiding my gaze. Finally, I asked, "Emma, what's going on? You've been so distant." She put her fork down, tears forming, but there was a stiffness in her voice, as if she had rehearsed it. "Alex, I don't know how to say this. It's not my fault I fell for your best friend." I froze. The fork paused halfway to my mouth. "What?" I asked in disbelief. "Jake, it just happened," she said, wiping her tears. "We were hanging out, talking about life, and he understands me in a way you don't. You're so predictable, stable." "Yes, but what about the spark? Jake makes me feel alive, excited. We've been seeing each other for months, first emotionally, then more than that. Months." My voice remained steady, but everything was shattering inside. While I was planning our wedding, paying for it. She wiped away a tear, but the tone shifted. It became defensive, almost smug. "Don't make this a money issue. It's not like I planned it. You were always working late, buried in code. Jake listened, took me out, showed me what life was like. Remember that trail? That wasn't work. That was with him. Do you think life is just bills and routine? I deserve passion, Alex." "Your safe harbor." I repeated the phrase with a bitter taste in my mouth. "Yeah," she said, crossing her arms. "You're great on paper, reliable, sweet, but Jake, he's the upgrade. He challenges me, makes me laugh till it hurts, and physically, my God, it's electric. The two of us, Alex, we're comfortable, but unexciting. I tried to fight it, but feelings don't lie. Blame fate if you want to, but it's not my fault." I carefully placed my fork on the table. "So the wedding is off?" "Cancel it," she said coldly, as if it were nothing. "I'm moving in with Jake. He has that loft downtown, much more fun than this place. And don't worry about the deposits. You can handle that, right? You're the responsible one."
She gave a slight smile, twisting the knife inside me. "Our mutual friends already know. They understand. Life is too short to settle." "Settle?" I repeated, feeling the word weigh in the air. "Exactly. You've been trapping me in this safe little world. Jake says I can stop stressing about work and just live. We're going to travel, party. You would clip my wings." She stood up, grabbing her coat. "I'm sorry if this hurts you, but it's the truth. You'll find someone just as vanilla as you." And she left, leaving me with cold pasta and a resounding silence. No fight, no shouting, no begging on my part, just her distorted logic echoing, "It's not my fault, upgrade holding me back." I didn't chase after her. I didn't call Jake to confront him. Why? That night, I sat in the dim light of the kitchen, feeling the weight of everything collapse. Confusion spun inside me. How did I not see it? Flashbacks hit hard. The extra nights working to pay for the ring. The times I defended Jake, calling him harmless. The injustice burned. I had given everything, turned down promotions to stay in the city for her career, and was discarded like old news. I allowed myself one night to feel it all. The pain, the betrayal, the silence of the empty apartment. I looked at the photos on my phone. Us on the beach, her smiling. I deleted them all. No tears, just a strange calm. A determination being born amidst the chaos. This wasn't my failure. It was theirs. By morning, I was cold. I called the vendors, venue, caterer, photographer. "The wedding is canceled," I said calmly. I paid the cancellation fees, thousands thrown away, but it was the price of freedom. I transferred the lease agreement into her name, since she didn't want this place anymore. I packed only the essentials, I left the rest, no note, no drama. I blocked Emma and Jake on everything. Phone, social media, email. I disappeared. Mutual friends messaged, "Dude, what happened?" I only replied, "Ask them." I didn't trash talk, didn't explain anything. I let the truth ferment on its own. I moved to a small studio across town. Nothing luxurious, but mine. The first few weeks were tough. Waking up alone, the confusion lingering like a fog. Why me? What did I do to deserve this? I repeated her words in my head. Safety net. Boring. It hurt. It made me doubt myself, but I didn't lash out. I turned it into fuel. I went back to the gym, something I had neglected because of her routine. I focused on work. I accepted the promotion I had previously turned down. I dove into projects that inspired me. I started therapy too. I deconstructed all the manipulation, the red flags I had ignored. You're not broken. You were just too loyal. That helped. Old hobbies returned, reading sci-fi, building code projects for fun. I even joined a hiking group. Ironic, right? The vulnerability slowly vanished. Clarity came. I had dodged a bullet. I built a routine based on peace, not on pleasing someone. Months passed in this silent dignity. No contact, no social media lurking. Some friends still sent news without me asking. Emma and Jake were officially together, posting romantic photos. It stung a little, of course, but I just shrugged it off. I focused on myself. I got a raise. I made new connections. The injustice still whispered sometimes on quiet nights, reminding me of everything I had sacrificed. But I let it come, let it breathe until it turned into fuel. I was no longer the guy begging for crumbs. I was free. And karma didn't take long to show its face. About 3 months after the separation, based on the conversations and rumors I gathered, I didn't seek it out. I was too busy rebuilding my life. But mutual friends, those who hadn't immediately taken sides, started dropping subtle comments and messages. "Dude, did you hear about Emma and Jake? Things are tense." I didn't push, but the details started trickling in. And man, if it wasn't poetic justice. It turns out Jake was exactly who I always knew he was. A smooth talker with a dark side, charismatic on the outside, but unstable within. He convinced Emma to stop looking for a job, promising he'd take care of her with his sales commissions. Big words. They moved into that loft downtown she bragged about, but it was actually a short-term rental he could barely afford, racking up credit card debt. The adventure she craved, skydiving that terrified her, parties where he flirted with other women right in front of her. Friends said she started looking tired, worn down, posting less on social media. That vibrant laugh disappeared. And then the cracks became fully visible. Jake cheated multiple times, apparently one with a coworker, discovered when Emma found messages on his phone. Another with a bar girl, which resulted in a fight so intense the neighbors called the police. He became abusive, not physically, from what I heard, but verbally and emotionally. He would scoff at her dreams, call her clingy when she questioned him. "You're just like Alex, too needy," he'd say, twisting the knife with my name. Ironic, right? The guy she chose as an upgrade dumped her like trash, the same way she treated me. She tried to leave once, but he manipulated her back with excuses and promises. The classic cycle. The complete collapse came when Jake's job fell apart. He had falsified sales numbers to meet targets. He was fired during an internal audit. No severance, with lawsuits looming. The loft was evicted for non-payment. Emma, jobless and with her savings burned on exciting outings, ended up sleeping on her sister's couch. Her reputation sank too. Mutual friends finally learned the full story from both sides. Those who had congratulated the new beginning started pulling away. One even messaged me, "We thought it was mutual, but cheating with your best friend, that's low." Online, her cryptic posts backfired. The comments said, "Karma is a bitch," and she deleted the account. Broke, isolated, irrelevant. She burned every bridge trying to chase a spark. Her family, the same ones I had helped financially before, didn't move much to help her. They had their own dramas to deal with. I didn't celebrate. I didn't need to. The morning I found out everything, drinking coffee, I felt nothing. No satisfaction, just confirmation that I had made the right decision. The confusion of the first few days was gone. The feeling of injustice, I let it breathe, exist until it disappeared amidst the lessons learned. I flourished in the silence. New apartment, better. A side project turned into freelance work. I even started dating again. Women who valued stability without calling it boredom. Emma's downfall was her own doing. A realistic descent from arrogant to desperate. If anything remained, it was peace. I hadn't dodged one bullet. I had dodged two. The attempt started subtly about 5 months after I disappeared. I was at the gym when my phone vibrated. Text from an unknown number. "Alex, it's Emma. Can we talk? I miss what we had." I read it. I felt a flash of old pain, but I deleted and blocked it without replying. That was the plan, to disconnect completely. But she didn't stop. The voice messages came, her voice trembling at first. "Hi, it's me. Jake, he didn't work out. He cheated on me multiple times. Alex, I was so stupid."
You were always there for me, stable, kind. Please call me. I need to explain. Delete. Then came the emails, since I had blocked her main number. Long, pleading texts. "I see now how I manipulated you. I compared you unfairly. It wasn't your fault. I was chasing a fantasy. My life is falling apart without you. I lost the apartment. I'm jobless. Can you forgive me? Let's get coffee." I archived them without reading past the subject line. The persistence increased. "Why are you ignoring me? After 4 years, I deserve closure." And that's when her family stepped in, toxic as ever. Her mother called from an unknown number. I answered, thinking it was for work. "Alex, it's Karen. You need to talk to Emma. She's a mess, crying all the time, no money. Family has to help each other, and you were practically family. Forgiving her would show you're a real man." I stayed calm. "Karen, that's no longer my responsibility." She scoffed. "How petty. She made a mistake. Jake manipulated her. You should at least give her a conversation." Click. I hung up. Her sister, Lisa, was worse. She showed up at the reception desk of my new office one afternoon, uninvited and with an awful attitude. I was heading out for lunch when she intercepted me. "Alex, wait. Emma is devastated. Jake abused her, cheated multiple times. She's broke, living with me, and it's all because she lost you. Go on, give her a second chance. You loved her." I kept walking. "Lisa, I'm not interested." She followed me, her voice rising. "What, now you're too good? She used to say you were boring, but look at her now, alone and pathetic. Her friends disappeared after they found out the truth. You could fix this." I stopped next to my car. "No. Goodbye." I got in and drove away. My heart was racing, but the decision was firm. Emma then went on the direct offensive. Messages from different numbers, desperate. "Please, Alex, I beg you. I was wrong. Jake was an unstable facade. You are the real deal, Alex. Let's start over." But soon the tone changed. Anger started to appear in the messages. "How can you be so cold? You're acting like I never meant anything to you. This is your fault too. You were too safe, too predictable. You pushed me away." The voice messages began to turn venomous. "Fine, ignore me, but karma will catch up to you. I see your posts through friends. You're doing well, huh? Congrats, ____, but I know you still care." The hypocrisy was all there, naked, begging 1 minute, attacking the next, revealing the true colors I hadn't wanted to see before. The climax came when she showed up at my apartment. She must have gotten the address through a mutual friend. She frantically knocked on the door one night while I was making dinner. I opened it just a crack. "Alex, thank God, let me in. We need to talk." She looked a mess. Disheveled hair, red eyes, desperation plastered on her face. "Jake left me after cheating.
I'm alone, jobless, drowning in debt. Now I realize you were everything to me. Please, forgive me." Her voice trembled, but the manipulation was still there, her eyes searching my face for a weakness. I remained calm. "Emma? No," she insisted. "But I love you. It was a mistake. Your best friend seduced me. We can rebuild." Then came the pivot to anger. "You're heartless after everything I gave you. My family is right. You are petty and weak." I closed the door mid-sentence, locked it. I called building security to escort her out. I blocked the new number. Her desperate attempts made everything clear. Her emotional shifts from fake remorse to fury, the power reversal, her begging while I remained firm. The hypocrisy of blaming everyone but herself was the chaos before the calm, a final breath of injustice I needed to process before letting her go. But I didn't waver. She was just becoming background noise. The final nail in the coffin came at the wedding of our mutual friend Mike, 6 months after the breakup. I'd RSVP'd long ago, figuring I would have to face this part of the story at some point. The event was in a garden outside the city, hanging lights, echoing laughter, light atmosphere. I arrived alone, looking my best, a custom-made suit, a result of newfound confidence, firm steps, a result of the gym and therapy. Life was in full swing, my programming freelance taking off, and I even had a date set for the following week with Sarah, a graphic designer who called me honestly authentic. Emma was there, uninvited as always, bringing the drama with her. She looked like she had tried to pull herself together, heavy makeup to hide her exhaustion, a dress that was too loud for the event. Her sister Lisa hovered nearby, shooting me hostile glances. Mutual friends whispered. Most had already distanced themselves from her. The truth about the cheating had spread like wildfire. She saw me during the cocktail hour and came straight over with that desperate look in her eyes. "Alex," she said in a low but urgent voice, grabbing my arm, "we need to talk now. Jake, I'm living off Lisa, trying to find a job, but it's hell. Now I see everything clearly. You were the right one, stable, loving. I was manipulated, but that's no excuse. Take me back, please." Her voice trembled, but the manipulation was still there, her eyes searching my face for a weakness. I remained calm. "Emma, no," she insisted. "But I love you. It was a mistake. Your best friend seduced me. We can rebuild." Then came the pivot to anger. "You're heartless after everything I gave you. My family is right. You are petty and weak." I closed the door mid-sentence, locked it. I called building security to escort her out. I blocked the new number. Her desperate attempts made everything clear. Her emotional shifts from fake remorse to fury, the power reversal, her begging while I remained firm. The hypocrisy of blaming everyone but herself was the chaos before the calm, a final breath of injustice I needed to process before letting her go. But I didn't waver. She was just becoming background noise. The final nail in the coffin came at the wedding of our mutual friend Mike, 6 months after the breakup. I had RSVP'd long ago, figuring I would have to face this part of the story at some point. The event was in a garden outside the city, hanging lights, echoing laughter, light atmosphere. I arrived alone, looking my best, a custom-made suit, a result of newfound confidence, firm steps, a result of the gym and therapy. Life was in full swing, my programming freelance taking off, and I even had a date set for the following week with Sarah, a graphic designer who called me honestly authentic. Emma was there, uninvited as always, bringing the drama with her. She looked like she had tried to pull herself together, heavy makeup to hide her exhaustion, a dress that was too loud for the event. Her sister Lisa hovered nearby, shooting me hostile glances. Mutual friends whispered. Most had already distanced themselves from her. The truth about the cheating had spread like wildfire. She saw me during the cocktail hour and came straight over with that desperate look in her eyes. "Alex," she said in a low but urgent voice, grabbing my arm, "we need to talk now. Jake is gone. He cheated on me with a waitress and left me with nothing. I'm living off Lisa, trying to find a job, but it's hell. Now I see everything clearly. You were the right one, stable, loving. I was manipulated, but that's no excuse. Take me back, please." Her voice trembled, but the manipulation was still there, her eyes searching my face for a weakness. I remained calm. Emma. No, she insisted. But I love you. It was a mistake. Your best friend seduced me. We can rebuild. Then came the pivot to anger. You're heartless after everything I gave you. My family is right. You are petty and weak. I closed the door mid-sentence, locked it. I called building security to escort her out. I blocked the new number. Her desperate attempts made everything clear. Her emotional shifts from fake remorse to fury, the power reversal, her begging while I remained firm, the hypocrisy of blaming everyone but herself was the chaos before the calm, a final breath of injustice I needed to process before letting her go. But I didn't waver. She was just becoming background noise. The final nail in the coffin came at the wedding of our mutual friend Mike, 6 months after the breakup. I had RSVP'd long ago, figuring I would have to face this part of the story at some point. The event was in a garden outside the city, hanging lights, echoing laughter, light atmosphere. I arrived alone, looking my best, a custom-made suit, a result of newfound confidence, firm steps, a result of the gym and therapy. Life was in full swing, my programming freelance taking off, and I even had a date set for the following week with Sarah, a graphic designer who called me honestly authentic. Emma was there, uninvited as always, bringing the drama with her. She looked like she had tried to pull herself together, heavy makeup to hide her exhaustion, a dress that was too loud for the event. Her sister Lisa hovered nearby, shooting me hostile glances. Mutual friends whispered. Most had already distanced themselves from her. The truth about the cheating had spread like wildfire. She saw me during the cocktail hour and came straight over with that desperate look in her eyes. Alex, she said in a low but urgent voice, grabbing my arm, we need to talk now. Jake is gone. He cheated on me with a waitress and left me with nothing. I'm living off Lisa, trying to find a job, but it's hell. Now I see everything clearly. You were the right one. Stable, loving. I was manipulated, but that's no excuse. Take me back, please. Her voice trembled, but the manipulation was still there, her eyes searching my face for a weakness. I remained calm. Emma. No, she insisted. But I love you. It was a mistake.
Reddit of the day comment. Ah, the classic. The problem is you're too good for me. Translation, I'm going to trade stability for a broke dream seller and see what happens. And it turned out exactly as everyone imagined. Jake was the upgrade that lasted less than the rent on the loft. And Emma found out the hard way that adrenaline doesn't pay bills or build character. While she was posting about living intensely, Karma was scripting the final season. Alex, on the other hand, did what everyone dreams of doing in these situations. He disappeared in silence, rebuilt himself, and let the disaster show happen outside. In the end, he didn't need revenge. He just needed to exist better. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. And what did you think of this story? Share your opinion in the comments.